excited to actually have Coach D join me on stage and come up here. Her work is just such a phenomenal thing. She's a Southern girl with me as well. She's in the South. Um, and she just brings that whole light. Oh, look at her. Here you go. We get the light of Christ shining through her right now already. And Southern girl, do you drink sweet tea? Because I do.
I do.
Oh,
But
my sweet tea.
I take date paste. I don't eat sugar at all. No sweeteners, no honey. Date paste is what I use to sweeten my tea. So
Yeah, that's a
I'm a
good, that's really
special
good.
kind, I'm a special kind of girl.
Yeah. We make it sweet our own way, correct?
Yes, yes,
All right,
ma'am.
guys.
Yes.
I am so excited to hear what she has to say to you guys. Get ready because your heart is going to open and you're just going to be in a state of it is Sunday. You thought you were at church. We have Coach D. Here we go.
Thank you so much. First of all, let me thank Michelle Miraz for inviting me to speak today. It truly is an honor. It's not one that I take for granted. My name is Coach D, and I'm the founder of the Empowered Woman Ministry, the host of the Empowered Woman channel on YouTube. I'm a certified leadership and trauma-informed coach. Becoming a trauma-informed coach is part of my journey, one that I never expected to take. So today I sit before you as a survivor of domestic abuse. I was married for 33 years. I went into marriage as a believer, trusting with full hope, commitment, and the desire to build a family rooted in faith. But what I didn't know was that I was stepping into a life where my voice would slowly be taken from me. For decades, I was the main provider. I worked, I sacrificed, I carried the weight of our home. I begged to be loved. I gave everything. I cooked. But no matter how hard I tried, nothing was ever enough. Nothing was ever good enough. I was demeaned. I was called names. I was dismissed. I was told that I was too sensitive. And anytime I tried to explain my pain, my abuser would say I was too sensitive. There were times when my children and I had to go without because my abuser refused to work. And the work I was doing was not enough to carry us through, but I still gave it my best. Still, I pushed through because that's what many of us were taught to do, to endure, to pray, to try harder. But you know what I learned throughout my marriage? Endurance without truth becomes bondage. And I was truly in bondage. Unfortunately, for many years, I didn't even recognize I was being abused. I didn't know it was abuse. I thought abuse had to look a certain way. I thought that, because I wasn't being hit, it wasn't that bad. I thought being a good wife would, meant carrying the pain quietly. But one day, a girlfriend suggested to me that I research abuse and narcissism. And I remember sitting there reading and feeling my heart drop. Every example, every symptom, every red flag. I saw my life in those words. And in that moment, I realized that this is not love. This is not marriage. This is abuse. 3 years ago, I made the hardest but the most liberating decision of my life. I left my marriage. I walked away from the abuse. And when I walked away, I didn't just leave a marriage. I left silence. I left shame. I left the version of myself that believed suffering was my assignment. I thought endurance was the way to go, but 3 years ago, I walked away from all that pain. And since then, I've rebuilt my life piece by piece. It hasn't been a linear journey because healing is not linear, but I found my voice again. I found my purpose again. I turned my pain into purpose. And I discovered that the very pain that tried to break me was the same pain that would birth my calling. So, out of my journey of trauma, out of my journey of abuse, I founded NOMA, No More Abuse. And at NOMA, we believe something powerful. We believe that healing is possible. But beyond healing, we also believe that healing is the bread of the children, coming from a perspective of faith. Trauma may shape your story, may change your story, but it does not get to write your ending. And this is where I stand. Trauma is not writing my story anymore. And every woman deserves to live free. I believe that very strongly. Every woman deserves to live free, to live whole, to live empowered. And so out of that pain, I became a trauma-informed coach. And as a trauma-informed coach, My mission is simple: to help women heal from the wounds they were never meant to carry, because you're never meant to carry the wounds of abuse. Part of my mission also is to help women reclaim their identity, their confidence, their future, and to remind them that their voice matters, every story matters. And if you are in an abusive relationship, your story is not over. Abuse and trauma don't cancel your assignments, they don't change your story. And I dare say that your story is still unfolding. In the few years that I've been free, after I walked away from abuse, I have helped many women. I have counseled with women. I have cried with women. I've sat with them. And that is what I live for today. My name again is Coach D. I am the founder of Noma. My story is still unfolding, because my story is not just my story, it's the story of countless women sitting in silence, waiting for someone to say you are not crazy. Many women think they're going crazy, but you're not going crazy. You are not alone, and you can rise. I did, and you can too. You can follow Noma on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and you can also join the Empowered Woman Ministry. But today in this room, I want to invite you into a deeper conversation, one about the hidden faces of abuse, the courage it takes to break free, and the healing that waits on the other side. Thank you.
Wow, Coach D, you rocked that out. You're truly amazing. You have
Thank
given
you.
them a true heart of yours and what International Women's Day is all about. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here
you.
and be a part of this fabulous opportunity and community. We appreciate you.